Hello, everyone. Welcome to Facebook Live for December. It is our last Facebook Live. And how did the time fly? 2025 is almost in the rearview mirror, and we're looking forward to 2026. But before then, we've got the holidays coming up. Out right now that you're going to want to see what we've got for you. We've got some wonderful things. So before we get started on the collections coming out in December, I'm going to show you our giveaways for this month. And I've got a bonus giveaway. So we've got Farmer's Daughter, Lori Holt collection that comes out this month. We've got two 5-inch stackers, and that's going to go to one person. So you can keep them all to yourself, or you can give it to a bestie quilter, whatever you want to do. So we've got two Farmer's Daughters 5-inch stackers. Now the other collection, I'm going to put on my glasses because, these eyes are not as good as they once were. This is by Patchwork, this collection, and it's the first collection by Liza Taylor. And if you follow Liza Taylor on social, she's known for her pieced work collections, not her collections, her patchwork, what am I trying to say? She's like foundation paper pieced patterns. There we go. She's known for foundation paper piece patterns. That's a tongue twister. And so this collection I'm going to show you a bit later is our other giveaway. But as a bonus for today, I'm going to give, how I feel about Jane Austen. And we've got this really sweet Jane Austen ornament. And that's has all the books from Jane Austen. In fact, I'm going to give one more giveaway. Would you go in my office and get the Lori Holt Christmas ornament? And I'm going to give that away too. It's a Lori Holt chunky thread Christmas ornament. We're just giving away a few things today because these ornaments are so sweet. If you didn't win one, go buy one because they're limited edition and we only have so many. So this is Jane Austen. It has Persuasion, Pride and Prejudice, all 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5. Doesn't have our 6th one on here, but all her best works are on here. So that's what I'm giving away today. So how can you be eligible for the giveaway? Well, write a comment in the section where you're from, your name, where you're from, and what you're liking. You can just say where you're from, or if you have a favorite collection, and just leave the comments in the comments section. We'll give a giveaway on YouTube. We'll give a giveaway on Facebook Live. And then we will also do an ornament on each. So one for Facebook Live and one for YouTube. And isn't this cute? If you've got a knitter in your life, if you have a knitter in your life, they're going to really love this. So you can keep it and put it on your Christmas tree, or you can give it away. So we're giving away 4 things today, but yeah, good giveaways today. So let's get started on what collections we have. Sometimes we have designers that pop in and are present here. So we'll see if Lori Holt pops in, or Kayla, Catherine Linnaeus, Danny, Liza. They're all ones that have collection, and Miss Rose, Sister Violet. We'll see. They're always invited to pop on and share their inspiration. But let's start with Farmer's Daughter, Lori Holt's collection. She comes out with a big collection every December, and this is her Farmer's Daughter collection. Again, that's part of our giveaway, and you can see the range of the collection, the beautiful colors. She's known for her scrappy, vintage inspired, and then she also has these low volumes. So this is the breadth of this collection, and it all works together on a beautiful scrappy quilt. Her sew-along, it's called Farm Fresh Sew-along, starts January 26th in 2026, and it's going to be on Lori's YouTube channel. She's going to kick it off, and she does incredible sew-alongs. So I want to show you the kit, the other kit that is part of the sew-along. So this includes all the fabric, but it does not include the 2 books that you need to create the sew-along. Look at all these piece blocks. When you're done, you've got a masterpiece, and it's a vintage fun quilt that Lori's known for. So this is the box, and it is so substantial. I don't have all the fabrics in here, but look, that is a lot of fabrics that are going to come for the sew-along. So we've got this quilt, which is right behind me. It's called the Hen House. So this quilt kit, I think it's arrived in the warehouse. It might be a little delayed, but if you want to make this quilt and have this adorable keepsake box, everything's required for the quilt top and the binding. And what I love about this is, look how Lori Holt uses these little posts with the egg. That is a, this one is actually fussy cut with the hen inside, but she's got a little egg. So you got the chicks on the outside, and you got this fussy sashing, and look at that egg in there with those posts. So great, right? That's a lot of fun. So that's Lori Holt's Farmer's Daughter collection coming out this month. And it's a beauty. It is a beauty. So we're going to put that to the side. Here's our giveaways. Pretty cute, right? Okay. Miss Rose, Sister Violet. Now, they have had one previous collection with Riley Blake Designs. This is their second collection. It's been quite a few years. In fact, I think it's been 4 or a little older. And they are known for their French florals, their vintage, a little shabby chic, and they just create really lovely reproduced French florals, but kind of updated. What you would see in a romantic bedroom. In fact, my granddaughters, my daughter-in-law is eyeing this for her granddaughter's bedrooms because it's sophisticated enough that it can grow with the child. But look, for little girls' rooms, isn't this fantastic? Yeah, you can see the French floral influence in those vintage colors, and it's just really lovely. You've got this kind of minty green, this soft peachy pink, and then you've got small coordinates. It's a small and tight collection, and this is a really nice print. It's got vintage music, and the music came from Gabriella and Yazzie are a mother-daughter team of Miss Rose, Sister Violet, and Gabby. They're both from Australia, and Gabby still lives in Australia, and her daughter Yazzie lives in the United States on the East Coast. And so they were influenced by their grandmother had this music, and so it's Australian, like they had it in keepsakes from their grandmother. So it's music from Australia, but I'm sure it was probably from the United States too. And so it's kind of like pages from their grandmother's music. So it's really, again, romantic, and it just goes with the collection. And the collection is called Bouquet de Fleurs. So very French. You've got some French words, and again, lovely French coordinates, and then you've got this lovely stripe, and then a lace print. So romantic florals, beautiful palette, and let me show you 2 other prints that really add to this. We added a linen to this. This is a high quality linen, and it's the main print on a natural background. So wouldn't that be absolutely gorgeous in cushions and reupholster a chair? You know, it's a chair that's not going to be worn a ton because our linen is, it's a sturdy fabric, but it's not an upholstery fabric. But I think it's just lovely, just that linen. I think I need a bolt of that. So pretty. And then let me just show you the the panel that goes along with this. Now they had a panel with their first collection. So this is, if you enjoyed their first collection, this is reminiscent of their first collection. So here is some cutouts, and we have a free pattern on the website that shows you how to cut out these, they could be pillow panels, but how to incorporate it into a quilt. And they're inspirational sayings, and all about gardens and florals, and says, "The rose speaks of love silently." Isn't that pretty? So look at this rose print. The rose speaks of love silently. And again, just really beautiful romantic florals, and it's a fun collection coming out this month. Okay, our next collection is called Sweet Cottontails by Kayla Naylor, and we've got a free pattern on our website. It's called Bunny Basket Weave, and I'm going to give some shout outs. So, joining us on YouTube is Baconator. Well, that's an interesting name, from California. Denise from Western Wisconsin. Jana from California. Nancy from Northern California. Kirana from Norway. Welcome all the way from Norway. Brenda from Palm Beach. I bet it's great weather right now. Debbie from Alabama. Margaret from Idaho. Vicki from Ohio. Elaine from Oregon, and Teresa from Tennessee. Marlo from Florida. Sue from New York. My son lives in New York City now. Tammy from Utah, Dory from Michigan, Rachel from North Carolina. Welcome. From Facebook Live, we have Melissa from Indiana, Johanna from Missouri, Beverly from Michigan, Regina from North Carolina, Mary Ray from Illinois, Emma from Ontario. Welcome, our Canadian friend. Kristen from Wisconsin, Colleen from Nebraska, Mary Lynn from Canada, another Canadian, Helen from Arkansas, Kayla from the UK, across the pond. Welcome, Mary from Phoenix, and Tammy from Phoenix. Welcome. Glad you're here today to listen in on fabric. I know it's a busy time of year. You're out holiday shopping, and yeah, I'm hoping you get all your holiday shopping done. But it is not, it's very typical for us to bring out a spring and an Easter collection in December. So we hit the ground running in January, and we're really highlighting those because Easter comes on us quickly, spring comes on us quickly. Maybe not as quick as we'd like, but a lot of times we get out our sewing done early. So these florals are going to be a little subtle spring collection, but there's a cute little bunny that's going to make an appearance. So the soft color palette I really appreciate from Kayla Naylor, and you got soft pinks and greens, and this kind of butterscotch goldy color is a really nice addition. We have a soft blue. So take a look at this. Look at this print right here. You've got this cute little bunny rabbit, and it's just all mixed in together. She does a beautiful, this is original artwork, and the designs that Kayla does are really sweet. You got bunnies in here, flowers, and you've got butterflies all woven in there. Again, we continue to see that bows are super popular. So there's a bow print in here, a little ditzy floral. And then look at this little bunny print. This little bunny print just kind of sneaks in here and has your heart. And it sold really well. And so you'll also notice we'll bring it out in a few months in flannels. So this sweet little bunny can be for little babies, springtime, cute dresses, and it's just a darling little bunny in here, and this blushy pink, this minty green, and then this really light ballerina pink here. So that's a sweet collection from Kayla Naylor, and it is called Sweet Cottontails. Okay, our next floral collection is this is by Virginia Rose, and it's by Catherine Lenius, and look at the fun florals in this collection. So we've got this perfect blue. I just love a good blue. And this ground just has a really nice soft blue. And we've got these pinks with a pop of purple in here. Again, this is a little bit spring, but it doesn't have to be just spring. It's an all seasonal floral. We bring out florals every month, and they're meant to be like, a lot of them are all season florals. So main print, original art by Catherine Linnaeus, but look at the coordinates here. You've got sweet countryside, little farmhouses in here, windmill. Yeah, I think it's a nod to Europe. So I kind of look at there. You got a beehive in there. I can't tell you when I've ever seen a beehive in fabric. So isn't that sweet? Windmills and beehives. I like this geometric. It looks like a quilt pattern in here. We have it in 3 different colorways, an excellent stripe. And then I always love how Catherine puts a zine color in here. And here's our zine color right here. It's not a citron, it's just a really lovely, warm, buttery yellow. Great color. And just, I love a zing. And it's kind of reflected here. So you've got 2 zings right here in the stripe here. And again, color is just keen on here. You got this great green, a lighter green, and this kind of a, I wouldn't say a purpley pink, but it's slightly on the purple side, but a very, very nice pink. So that's an excellent collection coming your way by Catherine Linnaeus. And then Radiant Ruby. A lot of times we bring out red collections. They can, so shops can feed them into their Christmas. And then right around the corner, we have Valentine's. So this is a small collection, Radiant Ruby. I had a sweet Aunt Ruby who is a special great aunt to me. So I love that name. And I hear a lot more people naming their little girls Ruby. So really beautiful, strong reds, just red and white. Very simple collection, but we have a strong mane and florals. And then look at the coordinating prints. We got this this kind of houndstooth kind of looking print, a little floral stripe, and I continue to see some really extraordinary red work quilts out there. So this just feeds into that red work style. You know, there is a gorgeous quilt. When you got a red work quilt, I've never finished my red work quilt. I've started it, I've never finished it, but reds are always popular, and it's always a good season to do a red and white quilt. So one of these days I'm going to finish mine, and give a shout out if you've done a red and white quilt before, because those are special quilts and they are just eye-catching. And then, do you pre-wash your reds? I don't know. Sometimes I pre-wash my red fabric and sometimes I don't. But reds, no matter what brand you have, sometimes if they get wet, if those little grandkids get something on them, they can bleed. But sometimes I choose to pre-wash my fabrics and sometimes I don't. But this is a great collection by Danny Mogstead, and it's called Radiant Ruby. And look at that. Look at that. Strong reds, right? Oh, let's talk about, and I didn't show was that on Kayla? What's that called? Is that the basket weave? Okay. We're going backwards, you guys. Caitlin's keeping me honest. This is the free pattern on our website. It's called Basket Weaves. And look at the bunnies on here. So this is the free pattern. Do you see the bunnies? So if you want a really subtle Easter or springtime quilt, this collection is excellent. And then take a look at the bunnies. I really like the quilting on this too. It's nice. Okay, that is from Sweet Cottontails. Let's do Radiant Ruby. Oh, here, maybe I should just take this home from the office, right? This red and white quilt's done for me. Look at that. Is this the free pattern? Yeah, it's free. You guys, it's free on our website. Look at that. Oh, I love that. And see how you know, a lot of times you'll do white ground, but I love this low volume one in this collection. And the Irish chain, oh, really good, really good. That's a good one. Okay, let's go to our next collection, Patchwork by Liza Taylor. This is what we're giving away today. And Liza Taylor, if you go to the Riley Blake Designs website this week, we have her featured on the landing page of our website. So go look at the collection because we have a project featured there. I'm thinking we don't have a project featured there. So go to our website and take a look at it. It's really great. And if you go to our website, it's mainly a wholesale website, but on there there's a lot of free things. If you're not a shop, you want to go to our blog. We have a great blog. All our links to our socials on our website. And then you can meet our designers. We have a designer page and we have our sew along page. So there's a lot of things for you who are buying and sewing with our fabrics, as well as it's a wholesale site for our shops to buy our fabric to bring it to all of you. So Liza Taylor, she has been a longtime pattern maker, foundation paper piece pattern maker, and this is our first collection with Riley Blake. So her main print has the style of her foundation pattern piece. So take a look at it. Let's look at the cuteness in this. Like we've got this snail. Like look at this. She is foundation paper piece this in one of our patterns, and look. On the back of this snail is a quilt block. Isn't that cute? And then you've got all these, the mushrooms, the dragonflies, the flowers. So this is very much her style and her color palette. So even what she wears, a lot of times she wears this color palette. So it's a great color palette. I like the subtle purple. As my granddaughter says, her favorite color is purple. Purple, Grandma. I love purple. So when she saw this, she just really loves this too. And this is quilt blocks. We have a ditzy floral. Got another pattern that reminisces of a quilt block. And then look at these. It has just a modern kind of flair to it and an excellent stripe. So that's by Patchwork by Liza Taylor. Okay, let's talk about our batiks. We're all done with cotton collection. Here's our batiks. And we have more shout out. Is this a new, we got a lot of people tuning in today. Welcome. Facebook, let's talk. Raynell, South Dakota, welcome. Pam from Missouri, Brenda from Arkansas, Patricia from South Carolina, Cheryl from Ontario, Cindy from Ohio. Shout out to a fellow Cindy. Terry from Oklahoma, Bobby from Texas, Jackie from Iowa, Marta from Puerto Rico, welcome. Kathy from Kansas, Carolyn from British Columbia, Susanna from Massachusetts, and Leslie from Tennessee, welcome on Facebook. From YouTube, Judy from Ohio, Meg from Minnesota, Jill from Queensland, Australia, welcome. Layla from Virginia, Patty from North Dakota, Anne from Cardiff, Wells. I've never been to Wells. Welcome from Wells. Anne from Pennsylvania, Sherry from Indiana, Catherine from Ontario, Ellen from Utah, Cassandra from Chicago, Gloria from New York, and Shirley from London. Welcome. And Anne Marie from Ireland. We're really international today, aren't we? Wherever you're tuning in, we're glad you're here and we're glad you're a fan of Riley Blake Designs. So let's depart from our regular cottons to our beautiful batiks. So we've got Bold in Bloom. This is by Fran Morgan. She is a designer for Riley Blake on the batik side. And these are really bold and fun. Look at all the patterns, classic colors in batiks, but again, we got a zing of color right here. And our batiks are high quality and they're ethically sourced. Like we have a new person checking on our factories. He's visited every factory and we can really proudly say that they're ethically sourced. We use very high quality dyes and ground goods, and you can feel the difference in Riley Blake Designs batiks. So this is by Fran Morgan, Bold in Bloom. Our next collection is called, it's an Express Yourself. It's Jasmine. So this is a technique collection. This is kind of a modeled hand dye, but there's some elements in here that are interesting. So look at the bold colors. That's what you're going to get from batiks, this color combination that you cannot get with screen printed goods. You just can't get it. And you know, the color combination is just really lovely. Purple, reds into the pinks, so great. And I just appreciate batiks more and more the more I work with them. Look at this color, you guys. Fantastic. You got those tilly greeny colors all coming together, and it's what the combination makes together. Okay, last one I'm going to show you. Express Yourself. This is a technique. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what color this is, but look at that. Isn't that interesting? All those color combination. I'm going to make my way over to Bali next year, but I haven't been there yet. But we communicate with our factories, and they're really excellent at their job. Okay, this is Kinetic Energy, and this is another collection, has lots of interesting colors coming together, including the deep purples into the navies. Look at these navies and blacks. And again, you can create such interesting quilts with batiks. Okay, Silver Shores. Now this is designer. This is Mike. Isn't this a designer? This is not a designer collection. I thought this was a designer collection. So Silver Shores really gives you that beachy vibe, and but the colors are excellent. We got these silvers into these low volume batiks, and then into the blues, into these deeper colors, into the teals, and again into this navy. I'm a sucker for navy and blue. Really beautiful. Lovely, right? So those are our batik colors. And oh, look at this print, you guys. Look at that. That has a little bit Van Gogh influence. Starry Night. Look at that. That's pretty cool, right? Really beautiful. So okay, that is what we have for the month of December. And I did want to highlight. I want to highlight the 2025. RBD Block Challenge quilt. It's the quilt that we started in January of 2025. So I'm going to show you again the finished quilt, because I just barely got mine back from the quilter, and that's what we like to do as a quilting community, is share our projects, because we love to see each other's work. So this is the 2025 Block Challenge that it's evergreen on our YouTube. I used our confetti cottons. We always do the challenge in our confetti cottons and then our hand-dyed batiks. And it's probably hard to tell, but here's the Riley Blake bird, and then it says RBD. Isn't that fun? And this was the challenge. These quilt blocks were from 16 of, RBD designers, different fabulous designers. And we do a new challenge every year. Sometimes we introduce new designers in, and we do 16 new blocks. So what does that mean? In 2026, we have a new challenge that starts January 6th. And if you're new to quilting, if you're new to the challenge, we have a separate Facebook group that you can join. It's kind of a private, exclusive group that's just for the challenge. And do you want to see the quilt for 2026? It's really good. So let's take a look. And I'm starting to film. We've done a set to sew video of what you need for the challenge. And this is, let me tell you, the side. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. So take a look. And this is the quilt. New color palette, new layout of the quilt blocks. But again, it's an RBD block challenge. So if you want to increase your quilting skills or maybe learn something new, I walk you through each of these quilt blocks on our YouTube channel, and it's achievable. But guess what? All the designers, we have a set to sew video. Go watch that. You can see all the designers participating. They're going to show their challenge quilt. And like this is, I think this is Lori Holt's. This is what we start with. And so Lori Holt will show that in her own fabric. So you get to see it in different fabric. You can grab a bundle of fabric from your favorite retailer and sew along with us, or you can use your scraps or whatever collection you want. But this is what it looks like in our confetti cottons. And I'm really excited about that. So that gives you something to look forward to sewing with Riley Blake Designs in January. So lots of fun things, you guys, lots of fun things. So we are going to announce the winners. The winners for the Fat Quarter Bundle from Facebook is Pam Wallace from Missouri. Woohoo, Pam! You're the winner of this bundle. Patchwork by Liza Taylor. The ornament, Jackie Vandermost from Iowa. You get this Jane Austen ornament. Isn't that so cute? So I'm gonna put it back in this box and it's going straight to you. You can show it, display it before Christmas. And then, oh, where's our little bundles? Over there, I'll grab them. Okay, this is for you too. We have Jana Ritten from California. You get 2 5-inch stackers. You can keep them both or give one to a quilty friend. And then the ornament for the Lori Holt Chunky Thread ornament, it is Rachel Pangrazio from North Carolina. You get this ornament too. So Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. We wish you a happy holiday season. We're so grateful you're part of the Riley Blake Designs community, and we have some really fantastic things going on next year in 2026. So stay safe, and we will see you in the new year.